So we'll start today's lecture. Good morning, everyone, once again. So in the last lecture, we solved some network problems or some circuit problems based on KVL, KCL. How to apply the Kirchhoff's current law, how to apply the Kirchhoff voltage law to find out the voltage across any element, to find out current passing through any element. So, and also we solved some examples based on current division, voltage division. So these points all we covered in the theory, as well as we solved the problems based on those concepts. Okay, so we are moving to the next concept today. So today we are taking two concepts, so that is given in the index. So first of all, how to find out the equivalent resistance between two terminals. So this will be the very important concept we requires throughout this subject, that is the equivalent resistance or impedance, we can say. How to find out equivalent resistance between two terminals, then how the circuit, how the components are connected in the circuit. Based on that, we are going to calculate the equivalent impedance resistances. So here, if you are observing, equivalent resistance we have not taken up to now. As once we know all the parameters, once we know all the components, then already some concepts I told about this equivalent resistance in the introduction lecture. That is how the resistors, if resistors are connected in series, how to take the addition. If resistors are connected in parallel, we are taking that formula, how to find out the equivalent resistance. Similarly, we have seen about the inductor and capacitors, so that will help in today's lecture, that is the equivalent resistance. Now next, so here, how to find out the equivalent resistance. So many students are facing the problems, they are unable to find out the equivalent resistance or equivalent impedance. So if you are making the practice, the chapter number 1, chapter number 3 will help to solve the problems. Okay, so equivalent resistance we requires mainly in unit number 1 and unit number 3, that is two port network as well as network theorems. So here, how to find out equivalent resistance. So equivalent resistance, if you are observing, first of all I will write. So identify the combination of, here resistors only take, instead of the resistors it may be capacitor, it may be inductors. So we will take the example of resistors. So identify the combination of resistors that are connected in series form and parallel form, and then find out equivalent resistance between two terminals of the network. So until and unless we are not solving the problems, we cannot understand how to find out the equivalent resistance. So here we have taken, I have taken one example here. So if you are so before this, uh, first of all read what is the question here. So question is, find out the equivalent resistance across the terminal A and B of the following electrical network. So the network is given, where are the three total six resistors are connected. Some resistors are connected in parallel, some resistors are connected in series. So uh, steps are given here. One example I have given. In the next lecture, when we are going to study, in that we are solving more problems based on the equivalent resistance, how to find out the equivalent resistance between two terminals. Based on that, we are going to solve number of problems, then and then you can able to apply how to find out the equivalent resistance. So here we will move to the step number 1. So step number 1, in that the given electrical network is modified into following form. So if you are observing the step number 1, so what they have done, so simply they have given the numbering, or they have given the they have put here the letters. So F and G, F and G is put here. So as well as C and D here between this register, and D, E, G, all those. So E and G points are having same point. C and F point same असणार आहे. C is equal to F. These both are the same. As well as E and G. E and G are the same. Okay. So here, first of all, we are going to find out 4 and 8. So how 4 and 8 are connected? So 4 and 8 are connected in series, कारण जो करंट तुम 4 ओहम मधून जाणार आहे, तोच करंट 8 ओहम मधून जाणार आहे. The meaning is that if same current is flowing through different resistors, then those resistors are connected in series. That is the meaning. If current is getting divided, the meaning is that components are connected in parallel. So here 4 ohm and 8 ohm are connected in series. म्हणजे मग सिरीज असताना कसं करायचं, ऍडिशन 4 + 8, सो दॅट गिव्स द 12 ओहम. बरोबर आहे. म्हणजे एफ आणि जी मधला रजिस्टर 4 ओम अँड 8 ओम इज रिप्लेस बाय 12 ओहम. दॅट इज गिवन इन द स्टेप 2. स्टेप 2 मध्ये काय केले, 4 ओहम आणि 8 ओहम या दोघांचे ऍडिशन करून जे 12 ओहम आहे दॅट इज कनेक्टेड बिटवीन एफ अँड जी. नाव नेक्स्ट पॉइंट. ओके, नाव नेक्स्ट पॉइंट. हियर 6 ओहम अँड 6 ओहम आर कनेक्टेड इन पॅरलल टू इच अदर. कुठल्या पॉइंट मध्ये, डी आणि ई मध्ये. आपण डी आणि ई घेऊया. So between D and E, 6 is connected in parallel with 6. So when two resistors are connected in parallel, in that case, how to find out the equivalent resistance? 6 into 6 divided by 6 plus 6. Okay, parallel combination. So 36 divided by 12. 36 divided by 12. मग त्याचा आन्सर किती येईल, 3 ओहम. किंवा सिम्पली जेव्हा दोन रेजिस्टर्स पॅरलल मध्ये असतात तेव्हा त्यांचा इक्विव्हॅलंट रेजिस्टन्स काय असतो, हाफ ऑफ दॅट व्हॅल्यू. मग हाफ किती, 6 चा हाफ म्हणजे 3 ओम. सो वेन टू रेजिस्टर्स आर कनेक्टेड इन पॅरलल, द इक्विव्हॅलंट रेजिस्टन्स ऑफ दॅट पॅरलल कॉम्बिनेशन विल बी 3 ओहम. सो 3 ओहम इज शोन हियर. इथं 3 ओहम दिसले. इथं 12 ओहम वी आर गेटिंग, दॅट इज 4 + 8. Okay, now we are making the circuit simple and simple and simple. Okay, now in the step 3, what we are doing same. So here if you are observing, this 3 and this 3 are again connected in series. हे दोन सिरीज मध्ये कनेक्ट केलेले आहेत. ओके, सो 3 + 3 that will give the 6. Okay, now here the circuit will be, now this will be the 2 as shown here. This will 3 + 3 will give the 6 and this 12 is parallel. आता हा तुमचा सर्किट झाला. 2 then 6, 3 + 3 6 and 12. So 12 and 6 these are the parallel to each other. मग त्या पॅरलल त्याचं कॉम्बिनेशन घ्यायचा. त्याचा आन्सर किती येईल, 4 ओम. सो हाऊ टू फाइंड आउट, 6 into 12 divided by 6 + 12. त्यांचा आन्सर किती येईल, 12 into 6 that is 72 divided by 18. 72 divided by 18 म्हणजे 4 ओम. सो 4 ओम इज शोन हियर इन द सर्किट. आणि इकडचा 2 ॲज इट इज राहिलं इथं. सो 2 + 4 that will give the total 6. So that is given. So RAB म्हणजे रेजिस्टन्स मेजर्ड बिटवीन टू टर्मिनल्स. टू टर्मिनल्स कुठले, ए आणि बी. ओके, सो ए आणि बी मधला इक्विव्हॅलंट रेजिस्टन्स किती आला, फायनल आन्सर 2 + 4 सिरीज मध्ये असल्यामुळे 2 + 4 इज इक्वल टू 6 ओहम. सो 6 ओहम इज द फायनल आन्सर. That is the equivalent resistance measured between 2 points. So in this way you have to find out the equivalent resistance. Based on that how resistors are connected. एक पॉइंट सगळ्यांनी लक्षात ठेवा. This is the important point I am telling everyone, carefully listen. So when you are finding the equivalent resistance between two terminals, suppose A and B. A and B च्या ऐवजी कुठला पण नाव असू शकतो, C D 1 2 3 4, त्यानंतर DE, whatever the names are given. So when you are observing, when you are going to calculate the equivalent resistance between two terminals, म्हणजे तुम्हाला असा arrow mark करायचा आहे, whatever I mentioned here, RAB arrow mark. But when you are going to calculate the equivalent resistance, याच डायरेक्शननी तुम्हाला फाइंड आउट करायचं नाही. Okay, so don't find out the equivalent resistance in this direction. So what you have to do, so first of all mark RAB and observe from left hand side, but start to measure from opposite side. So you have to start from opposite side. That's why I started 4 plus this 8, that is the 12. Then we are moving like this. Okay, so when you are calculating the equivalent resistance measured between A and B, you simply just mark this one RAB and mark the direction. So when you are marking the direction, you can select the opposite direction to start the calculation. Okay, for calculation you have to start the opposite direction. Don't use this direction only. हे दोन्ही directions same असता कामा नये. Okay, so take care that, so in this direction only you have to solve the problem and you have to get the final answer. Okay, RAB. So based on equivalent resistance, based on the equivalent resistance, we are taking more example. If possible, we will solve today only one or two examples. If you cover the theoretical part today, so we will move to the now next point. So next point today is types of sources. Okay. Now here, as we discussed here, in KVL KCL, when we solve some problems based on the KVL KCL, in that you observed the some sources like this. You observe some sources. Now this is the voltage source. Suppose this will be the 5 volt. So the value of this voltage source we know. काय त्याचा व्हॅल्यू 5 व्होल्ट आहे. ओके. आणि विथ पोलॅरिटी दिले. जर पोलॅरिटी दिले नसेल तर जो हायर मोठा प्लेट असतो तो पॉझिटिव्ह, जो छोटा प्लेट असतो तो निगेटिव्ह. ओके. दिस इज द व्होल्टेज सोर्स. नेक्स्ट वन, जर असं दिलं असेल करंट सोर्स, असं जर दिलं असेल करंट सोर्स, डायरेक्शन ऑफ करंट असतो तो. ओके. तो अपवर्ड असू शकतो, डाऊनवर्ड असू शकतो, किंवा असंही तुम्ही कसं कनेक्ट करणार आहे सर्किटमध्ये, इट डिपेंड्स ऑन दॅट. सो दिस विल बी सपोज 2 एम्पियर, सपोज दिस विल बी द 3 एम्पियर. तुम्हाला या करंट सोर्सचं व्हॅल्यू माहिती आहे. सो वॉट एव्हर द आय ड्रॉन फॉर व्होल्टेज सोर्स, वॉट एव्हर आय ड्रॉन फॉर करंट सोर्स, दीज आर कॉल्ड एज इंडिपेंडंट सोर्सेस. ज्या सोर्सेसचं व्हॅल्यू तुम्हाला माहित असेल, वॉट एव्हर द व्हॅल्यू इफ यू नो, those sources are called as what? Independent sources. Okay. So some sources also we are using in the circuit whose value we don't know. So for those sources we are going to call it as dependent source. ज्याचा व्हॅल्यू तुम्हाला माहित नसेल त्या सोर्सेसला तुम्हाला काय म्हणायचं? डिपेंडंट सोर्स. ओके. सो दॅट वी विल सी. So first of all, type of sources. So active elements. So all sources we are going to call it as an active source because it is going to deliver the power. जसं RLC components ला काय म्हणतो? Passive components, because it takes the power, it absorbs the powers. When active elements are those who delivers the power in the circuit. Okay. So active elements are also called as sources of voltage and current. So here if you are observing the definition I have told, so active elements are those network elements which delivers the power in the circuit to other elements. So active elements are called as sources of voltage or current. So there are the two types. So first one is the independent sources and dependent sources. Okay. So independent sources means what? That we will see in the detail below. And what is the meaning of dependent sources? What is the symbol? That we will see when we are coming to the point dependent sources. So independent sources we will start now. So independent source, as the name suggests, the independent sources produces the fixed value. Okay. Whose value we must know. Some example I have given 5 volt, 2 ampere. So that way. So the sources whose value we must know. Okay. Or the value of that voltage source or current source is given in the circuit. So such type of sources are called as what? Independent sources, whose value does not depend on any parameter. त्यांचा व्हॅल्यू कुठल्याही पॅरामीटर वरती डिपेंड राहत नाही. ओके. दे हॅव इट्स ओन व्हॅल्यू. So such type of sources are called as what? Independent sources. Now again there are the two types. So one type is independent voltage source and second one will be the independent current source. Okay. Now here, as independent voltage source produces a constant voltage. समजा मी 5 व्होल्ट सांगितलं. Okay. So here the example shown in the figure here, Vs is independent source. So that symbol you can observe. Symbol is also circular, or sometimes they are using the battery. So this and this will be the same voltage source plus Vs. Okay. This is called as battery and this is called as voltage source. So here if you are observing, voltage source is connected. So this is ideal voltage source. Ideal voltage source means the value of resistor having internal resistance, that resistance value is 0. जो इंटरनल रेजिस्टन्स असतो प्रॅक्टिकल व्होल्टेज सोर्सचा तो 0 असतो. ओके. दॅट्स वाय इट इज शोन ॲज अ शॉर्ट सर्किट. सो इन आयडियल व्होल्टेज सोर्स द प्युअरली व्हॅल्यू वी आर गेटिंग. जर तुम्ही त्याचा ग्राफ पॉइंट आउट केलात व्होल्टेज वर्सेस करंट, ओके, सो दॅट विल बी द कॉन्स्टंट. तो काय असणार आहे? कॉन्स्टंट. दॅट विल गिव्ह द कॉन्स्टंट व्हॅल्यू ऑफ करंट और कॉन्स्टंट व्हॅल्यू ऑफ व्होल्टेज, दॅट इज द Vs. Now this is called as what? Practical voltage source. So once again, read the point. This voltage is independent of the amount of current. Okay. So whatever may be the current value, the value of Vs will remains constant between two terminal. Between two terminal म्हणजे हा A हा झाला B. Okay, so these two terminals, suppose we are taking between A and B, the voltage V is equal to Vs remains constant. Okay, that characteristics here shown here. So next one, the VI characteristics of independent ideal voltage source is constant line. But actually, when we are using practical voltage source, the graph will somewhat tilted. It will not remains constant because some of the voltage will drop across some, internal resistance. So each practical voltage source having its own internal resistance, and that internal resistance is connected in series with that voltage source. Okay, so we will see in the next slide. So this will be the practical voltage source. So practical voltage source, see here, Vs is connected in series with Rs. So Rs is nothing but internal resistance of this voltage source. So independent practical voltage source and VI characteristics is shown here. So there is a deviation in the VI characteristics. So if you are comparing the graph of ideal voltage source and practical voltage source, some in the practical voltage source, some voltage will get dropped. मग तो voltage किती drop झाला, it depends on how much voltage drop we are getting across RS. Okay, so V is equal to Vs minus RS, कारण हा प्लस असतो हा मायनस असतो. Then how to find out voltage across RS? I into IS into RS. एवढा जो voltage drop आहे तो मायनस होतो VS मधून. Okay, so whatever the remaining that appears across two terminals. So ideal voltage source and practical voltage source, if you are comparing, in practical voltage source some of the voltage will get drop because some voltage will drop across resistor. That resistor is connected in series with voltage source. So this is the difference between practical voltage source and ideal voltage source. Okay, so whenever we are using practically, no voltage source is available ideal voltage source. It is just assumption. कुठलंही प्रॅक्टिकल करत असताना जो काही आपण व्होल्टेज सोर्स यूज करतो तो आयडियल नसतो. ओके, इट इज हॅव्हिंग सम इंटरनल रेजिस्टन्स. इट इज दॅट्स वाय इट इज कॉल्ड एज प्रॅक्टिकल व्होल्टेज सोर्स. Okay, so if you are observing here, if you are comparing, you will get easily how the difference we are getting in the voltage drop. So we are moving to the next point. So that will be the independent current source. Similar way, what we learn, that we are going to learn about the current source. So current source, so an independent current source produces constant current. जसं voltage source voltage produce करतं, तसं current source काय produce करतं, constant current. It supplies the constant current in the circuit. So this current is independent of the voltage across its terminal. Current source चं व्हॅल्यू काय का असू देत, ओके, त्याच्या अक्रॉस जो व्होल्टेज असणार आहे V, that remains same. Okay, that is not depends on that is value. So here independent ideal current source and VI characteristics is shown here. So if you are drawing the graph or characteristics of I versus V related to that current source, so the graph will looking a constant value. It will not change for ideal current source. Okay, as there is no resistor connected to parallel. So here if you are coming to the practical current source in the next line, independent practical current source and VI characteristics, if you are observing, so RS is the resistor which is connected parallel to each other. So here if you are observing the circuit carefully, if you are observing these two circuits carefully, what will be the RS value here in the current source? In the ideal current source, RS value किती आहे? What is the value of RS here? So that RS value is infinite. Okay, once again I am telling what is the value of that RS resistor in case of ideal current source. जेव्हा आयडियल करंट सोर्स असतो त्यावेळेस इंटरनल रेजिस्टन्स जो असतो तो RS, त्याची व्हॅल्यू काय असते, इन्फायनाइट. इन्फायनाइट म्हणजेच ओपन. Infinite means open. Okay, that's why it is open here. No resistor is connected between these 2 points in the ideal current source. So whenever the current source is ideal, its internal resistance is equal to infinite. Similar way, जेव्हा व्होल्टेज सोर्स असतो, जेव्हा आयडियल व्होल्टेज सोर्स असतो, तेव्हा त्याचा इंटरनल रेजिस्टन्स काय असतो? 0. इंटरनल रेजिस्टन्स 0 म्हणजेच शॉर्ट सर्किट. इंटरनल रेजिस्टन्स इन्फानाइट म्हणजेच ओपन सर्किट. हे 2 पॉइंट एव्हरीवन remember these 2 points. So once again I will write, if R is equal to 0, the meaning is that short circuit. If R is equal to infinite, the meaning is that open circuit. Okay, these 2 points we require throughout this unit or throughout this chapter, throughout this subject. So R is equal to 0 means short circuit, R is equal to infinite means open circuit. So that's why whenever the practical voltage source and ideal voltage source you are comparing, in ideal current source the value of RS is infinite. So again the same point here, the current will gets tilted here, somewhat current will gets dropped, because if it is having some value RS, some current which is flowing here, it will gets divided into two parts. काही करंट काय करतो, RS मधून जातो, and remaining current that will goes here in this direction shown here. So that value is nothing but I, and I is equal to is minus V divided by RS. Okay, so this is we are getting that I is equal to is minus V divided by RS. V divided by RS म्हणजेच करंट, म्हणजे जो करंट RS मधून फ्लो होणार आहे, that will be calculated by using Ohm's law. V means voltage across that RS value divided by that resistance value RS. So that will gives the current which is passing through RS. मग तो जो करंट आहे, this formula we are getting using KCL. तो KCL कुठं अप्लाय करायचा? या पॉइंटला. Okay, so one is incoming, this is the incoming, and two are the outgoing. So incoming current negative घ्यायचा, outgoing current positive घ्यायचा. So based on that you will get this equation. Okay, so next point, this is about इंडिपेंडंट व्होल्टेज सोर्स अँड इंडिपेंडंट करंट सोर्स. मग इंडिपेंडंट व्होल्टेज सोर्सचा सिम्बॉल तुम्हाला दाखवतो. इंडिपेंडंट व्होल्टेज सोर्स, द सिम्बॉल इज प्लस मायनस. समजा दिस इज 5 volt. So independent voltage source in terms of battery, so this will be the plus minus, this is also suppose 5 volt. So independent current source, करंट सोर्सचा डायरेक्शन, हा जो एरो असतो तो डायरेक्शन डिफाइन करतो. इट मे बी डाउनवर्ड, इट मे बी राईट, इट मे बी लेफ्ट. सो दिस विल बी सपोज 1 एम्पियर. सो दिस असे जर सिम्बॉल जर तुम्हाला सर्किटमध्ये दिसेल तर त्यांना काय म्हणायचं? इंडिपेंडंट व्होल्टेज सोर्स अँड दिस इज इंडिपेंडंट करंट सोर्स. सो दीज आर दी सिम्बॉल्स ऑफ independent voltage source and current source. Remember it. And for that they will give the value 5 volt, 10 volt, 8 volt, 3 volt, or 1 ampere, 1.5 ampere, whatever the value. Okay, so they will give the value. Now next point we will discuss now, that is the dependent source. Okay, dependent sources. Now here first of all, as the name suggests, the dependent sources produce the amount of voltage. It is also gives the voltage across circuit or current passing through circuit. So but the value of those sources, the value of those sources will depends on some another parameters in the circuit. मग त्या व्होल्टेज सोर्सचं व्हॅल्यू, त्या करंट सोर्सचं व्हॅल्यू एखाद्या पॅरामीटर वरती अवलंबून असेल. सो व्हॉट आर दी पॅरामीटर? मग पॅरामीटर म्हणजे काय? आयदर व्होल्टेज और करंट. सो व्होल्टेज अक्रॉस पर्टिक्युलर एलिमेंट, current passing through particular element. Based on those values the value of sources will depend. So that's why it is called as what? Dependent sources. Okay, so here these sources are also called as control sources. So here again two types, dependent voltage sources and dependent current sources. So here we will talk one by one. So always remember that dependent voltage source is shown by using diamond. जेव्हा डायमंड शेपचा सिम्बॉल असेल त्याला काय म्हणायचं? डिपेंडंट सोर्स. इट मे बी व्होल्टेज सोर्स, इट मे बी करंट सोर्स. मग व्होल्टेज सोर्स म्हणजे काय असतो, कसा असतो सिम्बॉल? इफ इट इज प्लस मायनस, जर इथं प्लस मायनस असेल किंवा असं असेल, पोलॅरिटी काही असू शकतं, पण डायमंड शेप, इफ डायमंड शेप सिम्बॉल इज देअर and polarities are given, then this is called as dependent voltage source. D for dependent, V for voltage, and S for source. So these are called as dependent voltage source. Okay, now similarly if diamond shape and direction of current is given, असं जर असेल, so it is called as what? Dependent current source, DCS, dependent current source. जर असा arrow दिला असेल तर त्याला काय म्हणायचं? डिपेंडंट करंट सोर्स. सो जर डायमंड शेपचा जर सिम्बॉल असेल तर त्यांना इनडायरेक्टली काय म्हणायचं, डिपेंडंट सोर्स. सो हियर वी विल सी वन बाय वन. So dependent voltage source we will see. So dependent voltage source produces a voltage. Okay, dependent voltage source will produce the voltage across the two terminals. So the amount of that voltage is dependent on some another voltage or current. Okay, मग तो voltage कुठला असेल किंवा करंट कुठला असेल, that voltage may be across any element or the current passing through any element. That's why we will classify dependent voltage source into two types: voltage dependent voltage source, current dependent voltage source. Okay, म्हणजे हे कॉन्स्टंट राहणार. दिस इज द व्होल्टेज सोर्स, डिपेंडंट व्होल्टेज सोर्स. पण ते त्याचा व्हॅल्यू कशावरती डिपेंड राहणार, करंट का व्होल्टेज, त्याच्यावरनं दोन टाइप्स, व्होल्टेज आणि करंट, व्होल्टेज डिपेंडंट अँड करंट डिपेंडंट. दॅट्स वाय इट इज क्लासिफाईड इनटू टू टाइप्स. सो वन इज voltage dependent voltage source, second one is current dependent voltage source. Okay, so here voltage dependent voltage source त्याचा सिम्बॉल कसा असतो, and this one is current dependent voltage source. ओके, हा झाला प्लस मायनस, हा झाला प्लस मायनस, पोलॅरिटी रिव्हर्स पण असू शकतं. पहिला केस व्होल्टेज डिपेंडंट व्होल्टेज सोर्स, मग ह्याचं व्हॅल्यू काय. सो the value of this will be, this Vs will be equal to k into V1. आता ह्या व्होल्टेज सोर्सला आपण नाव काय दिले, व्हॉट द नेम वी आर गिवन, Vs. देन व्हॉट इज द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ Vs, जसं इंडिपेंडंट मध्ये कसं असतं 5 व्होल्ट 10 व्होल्ट 8 व्होल्ट, बट व्हॉट इज द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ Vs हियर. सो दॅट व्हॅल्यू इज k into V1. सो k इज द कॉन्स्टंट. k म्हणजे काय, काही इंटिजर असू शकतो, फ्लोट असू शकतो. सो सपोज k वी आर टेकिंग 5. So V1 is voltage across any branch, voltage across any element in the given circuit. Okay, so आता एक, so this type of source is called as what, VDVS, म्हणजे voltage dependent voltage source, कारण हा voltage वरती डिपेंड आहे, voltageच्या व्हॅल्यू वरती. ओके, so next we will come to the next symbol. So this is also voltage source, that's why it is Vs, बिकॉज सिम्बॉल वरून आपल्याला ओळखायचं की व्होल्टेज सोर्स आहे का करंट सोर्स. सो दिस इज द सिम्बॉल ऑफ व्होल्टेज सोर्स. सो व्होल्टेज सोर्स. नेक्स्ट वन, मग ह्याचा व्हॅल्यू काय असणार आहे, VS इज इक्वल टू के इंटू I1. Okay, so what is the k is the constant, so it may be decimal, it may be integer, whatever. So I1 is current passing through some branch or current passing through some element in the given circuit. So as this depends on current value, so it is called as IDVS. ID किंवा I च्या ऐवजी C यूज करू शकता, that is the current. So CDVS, that is current dependent voltage source, that is the second type. This will be the first type. Okay, VDVS and CDVS. So in this way we are going to understand what is the meaning of dependent voltage source and what are these again the two types, that is voltage dependent voltage source and current dependent voltage source. सिम्बॉल कसं असतं, त्याचं व्हॅल्यू कसं फाइंड आउट करायचं, त्याचं व्हॅल्यू कशावरती डिपेंड आहे. सो एव्हरीथिंग आय हॅव एक्सप्लेन. once again carefully you can observe this, so that we cannot confuse between independent sources and dependent sources. Okay, 1 minute I will give, you can just observe what are the symbols here, how to represent the dependent sources. Okay, now next one, similar way we are going to understand the dependent current source. So dependent current source, whatever we learn about voltage source, it is same method, just the symbol will remain diamond shape. Only the only the instead of plus minus, that is polarity, here the direction of current they will give. So dependent current source produces a current here. First point, it will produce the current. The amount of this current is depends on एनी अदर व्होल्टेज और करंट इन द सर्किट. म्हणजे या डिपेंडंट सोर्सचं व्हॅल्यू जे आहे ते कुठल्या तरी करंट किंवा व्होल्टेज जे सर्किटमध्ये प्रेझेंट आहे, based on that it will takes the value. So here dependent sources can be classified into two types. So first one will be the voltage dependent current source, and second will be the current dependent current source. So here if you are observing, in previous case it is voltage source, now it is current source. याचे दोन टाइप्स असणार. त्या करंट सोर्सचा व्हॅल्यू व्होल्टेज वरती डिपेंड आहे असेल तर VDCS, जर करंट वरती डिपेंड असेल तर CDCS. ओके, so these two symbols I will draw. It may be downward direction, it may be upward, काही असू शकेल. Okay, now this is called as what? Current source, CS current source, dependent current source. मग आता ह्याचे व्हॅल्यू, or I will write dependent. ओके, DCS डिपेंडंट करंट सोर्स, डिपेंडंट करंट सोर्स. मग या दोन सोर्सचे व्हॅल्यू व्होल्टेज वरती डिपेंड्स आहे का करंट. ओके, सो फॉर दॅट if the value of this IS, suppose this is the current source IS, whose value depends on K into V1, IS is equal to K into V1. So the value of this current source IS depends on voltage. So what is the voltage here? V1. मग V1 कुठला voltage असेल? V1 is the some voltage across any branch or across any element in the given circuit. So based on that value, the value of this current source will change. So that's why it is called as voltage dependent current source. Similarly, the value of this current source IS is equal to K into I1. So Is is equal to K into I1. So I1 is here, K is the constant, that may be some value. So I1 is here the current passing through some element or current passing through some branch. So based on, as the value of Is depends on the I1 value, so that's why it is called as current dependent current source. Okay, so once again you can observe whatever we learn. So this will be the VDCS and this will be the CDCS. So all four type of dependent sources along with symbol we have seen. So first of all uh, voltage controlled voltage source किंवा voltage dependent voltage source, that is VDVS, first type. So second type, current dependent voltage source. Third will be the voltage dependent current source, and fourth will be the current dependent current source. Okay, so these are the four symbols about the dependent current source. So once you are easily identify the dependent source, independent source, and if you are applying KVL, KCL, and next we are going to learn nodal analysis, mesh analysis, whatever we are applying the circuit analysis methods and theorems. So for that you must know the type of sources. So based on type of sources only you can able to solve the problems based on the network theorems as well as the two-port network. Now if next point will be, that is the source transformation. So source transformation we will cover in the next lecture, because it will take more than 10-15 minutes. So if anyone has any doubt, please ask. We have still 2 minutes.